and the people of Houston are addressing you alongside the tenants of Villa del Paseo. Throughout our occupancy and since the acquisition of this property in 2019, many of us have faced problems with your management company. Their current failure to supply the residents of this property with safe and portable water is completely unacceptable. Our demands are as follows: an immediate return of water supply to all units by Monday, March 1st of 2021. If this is not feasible, we demand immediate relocation to vacant units with water supply, or at another property until the supply of water is returned. Weekly progress reports are the second thing. Reports on all maintenance for the property grounds. Most importantly, updates on the complete and sound repair of the pipes at the complex. Our third demand is as follows: 24-hour notice of water shutoff for repairs in the future, and that the supply of water is returned after no more than 24 hours. The fourth demand is as follows: adequate and timely repairs for all repair requests and groundskeeping. In situations involving hazardous living conditions that may negatively impact our health or important structural repairs, these must be resolved in a timely manner, with no more than 7 days. This is our first and final appeal to you to meet these demands and to return the water supply to our apartments on or before Monday, March 1st, 2021, without consequence. If the above demands are not met, further action will be taken.
Hey, yo. I was just telling them, if Monday nothing changes, really using our social media power, so really putting it out there, reaching out to the news, if there are ways to report this to the Department of Public Health, because we should not be paying rent this month for this. This is not livable conditions. I mean, it's common sense, but if we don't have running water, it just doesn't make sense. And also, people looking into your leases to see if there are loopholes, because again, running water should be a part of our living conditions and part of our rent and living here. So just applying the pressure where possible.
My apartment is still soaked with water. My apartment, I live at apartment 179, is soaked with water. They did not do anything. 5 months ago, I told them the corridor light is not working. Up till now, they refuse to fix the corridor light. So many of my goods has been stolen because that place is always covered with darkness. I live at apartment 179. Florida, the corridor light, the oil light has been off since 5 months. I put up an order to them. I kept calling them times without number. I come here, they will lock me out. I cried, I complained. That is not safe for us. You guys don't care about us. That place is dark. It's really, really dark. They don't care. I have the pictures on my phone. The day I snapped the place, everywhere was covered with darkness 5 months ago. Up till now, as I talk to you guys, they have not fixed the light. The light is still dark. The water issue, I have not taken my bath for how many days now? Whenever I go to my gym, I stay there to take my bath. I take my bath at the gym. My husband don't have where to bath. No, we don't have water, nothing, no water, nothing is happening in this apartment. They don't care about us, they don't care. All they want is their money. No way, we're not going to pay the rent this month. I am not going to pay.
Believe it or not, I'm actually this complex's longest resident. I've been here over 20 years. And this new management company that took over just last year, water is not the only problem. That gate over there has been busted for months. And when they did briefly fix it, the remote, couldn't use your remote anymore. You had to get out of your car to open up the gates. The light in the entryway outside my hall, in the stairwell, it's been out since October. I keep reporting it, and they've said they fixed it a few times. Never actually fixed it. I mean, whatever's going on here is more than just the water. And I think, they got to do something. This is getting ridiculous.
Well, not sure what much to say other than the fact I've been here for about a few years. My roommate and I, ever since we moved in, our apartment complex has had issues since the start. Let's see, the dishwasher has had a 1.5 foot hole behind it, grass behind it too, partially roach problems. The washer and dryer area caved in due to a water leakage. that caused severe damages, and the whole area had black mold. I had to call the state and myself to basically clean it up by my own hands. Well, bleach was my friend, that's for sure. And every time we've had problems here, we've had to wait months, even over a year, to get any repairs, and quite a lot of them have not happened. The vinyl floor torn apart. Let's see. Our Toyota Camry ended up hitting a pry bar underneath a parking stop, and their answer to me was simply, "Why did you park so close to the parking stop? You're not supposed to get near them." I'm sorry, but by driver regulations, you're supposed to have the wheel touching it. I've lived in Boston. This winter crisis could have been easily dealt with by being with everyone, speaking to everyone, door to door, because for the emails, as a few of us know, you have to manually opt in.
Ok, sobre lo que están diciendo de no pagar renta si no hay agua, yo he hablado a la oficina porque hay muchas reparaciones que no me han hecho durante un año. No han venido, no han reparado y en algún momento les hice saber, si no vienen a reparar en mi apartamento lo que yo necesito, que en este caso es el agua y muchas cosas más, no voy a pagar renta. Y lo que la señorita dice, hay un contrato, tú tienes que pagar renta, no nos importa si no está mantenimiento es aparte, tú tienes que pagar renta. Cosa que no es justo, no tenemos que pagar renta si ellos no hacen mantenimiento porque va incluido en la renta. Si no hay agua, porque quiero ver el recibo del agua este mes. Quiero verlo porque no lo voy a pagar, porque tenemos 2 semanas sin agua y no es justo.
We've been paying for water and they have not done it.
They've been paying for water, but they haven't had water for 2 weeks, and they want to see the receipts of where the money is going. She said that there's some repairs that haven't been fixed in over a year. These living conditions before the winter storm were already inhabitable, and here we are with exacerbated living conditions, and they're still being expected to pay rent.
I came here yesterday to put my complaint about the water and other things, since they have come here. We are here from 15 years. And 15 years we are living in this apartment. We never had this problem before. But now, we are facing so many problems, but they keep the room, office shut, and they don't even open to answer the phone calls we call them. And she told me, you are making all the problem. Why are you knocking at the door? I said, I have all the problem with the water and the 3 kids in the house. I'm the grandmother. I have to take care of them. And they just keep on laughing and making fun of everybody. And I'm a heart patient. I just had my heart surgery 1 year back. And then, I told them I'm a heart patient. I have to keep on running over here. My son and my daughter-in-law are at job. And I can't walk. I can't, I keep on, I can't breathe. So I come here to talk to them. They don't open the door. They don't even answer the call. I'm experiencing a lot of problems. We were living in this apartment from 15 years. My grandkids grew up here. And we never had this problem before. From 2019, these people bought this apartment, this complex. And from that time, we are facing all the problems. And they said, no, we are not going to fix up this. Everybody's apartment is having a lot of problems. The doors are broken, the locks are broken, and everything is out of order and they don't fix it up. And now the most biggest problem was with the kids living in my grandkids and all the kids living in this complex. They don't have water. We have to run up and down, and I'm a heart patient. Yeah, I have to run up and down to get the water because my daughter-in-law and my son are at work. They're working hard, but earning. They can't earn so much because they have all the problems in the house. So please help us and get this fixed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Here, let's move out of the way. There's a car coming. Thank you for sharing that with me. What is your name? You don't have to give me your full name.
My name is Lutfi, Lutfi.
Thank you.
Nuzhat Lutfi. Nuzhat Lutfi. Okay?
Thank you.
They came and changed this name of this apartment, but it was, it was Stone Crossing before.
It was Stone Crossing before?
Crossing before, and now they changed the name, but by changing the name, they haven't changed anything else, only the name of the apartment. So, I'm old, I'm about 70, more than 70 up above. And I'm a heart patient,
I can't walk, I can't, come, and I keep on telling them, they don't even open the door, they don't answer the call. They said, we are busy. And, don't...
Busy doing what?
I don't know, they don't do anything. They do nothing,
Yeah, are you part of the union?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to say anything about it? I'm live right now.
I mean, sure. I mean, I'm relatively new, but I mean, yeah. I joined it because they seem, from what I've seen, super effective in what we're trying to do, trying to build tenant power against landlords and bullshit management like this. I mean, letting people use. I mean, when people get to a level of desperation where they got to clean, take care of themselves, deal with their hygiene by using pool water that's covered. I mean, the whole thing is just green. I mean, it's unbelievable. And
So they were using the pool water for water?
Well, they were using it to apparently like flush their toilets and stuff, when your water pressure's low and whatnot. Me and my family had to do the same thing, try to use whatever water we could round up because one of our pipes busted, use it to flush your toilet. And that's apparently what people have been using. Apparently their maintenance issues were just lingering on for months, I mean, because apparently it's new management and a bunch of people left. And so, I mean, it's insanity. Nobody should have to live like this. I mean, but this is the sort of systemic failure that you get with, private property and overall, I mean, this is not just a failure of private institutions, it's also a failure of the state, ERCOT and all that other insanity. So, but yeah, I mean, HCU, we're doing what we're trying to be a part of, just a larger movement of liberation to just help people out in any way that they can right now. I know I personally relied a lot on mutual aid. Shout out to West Street Recovery, getting me and my family a piece of a pipe that was really hard to find. So reached out to them. I relied on my comrades. So what I would tell folks is do not be scared to get out there and give people mutual aid and receive mutual aid, because we are all we got. And that's just what it is. Stuff like this is evidence of that. I mean, the state just showed up, right? City of Houston just showed up. This has been going on 11 days of this. People have kids. So, well, we are what we got, and that's it. So.
And I am a resident in this community since 2014, but. I think since the last year, we are having, like other people, they said, there is issues, delays when you place maintenance ticket. I think there is some management issues. People, when you talk to them, they are nice, but they keep saying we are busy, we are backed up, and we can't accommodate all those maintenance tickets on time. And sometimes they fall behind, and always they say we are behind. I don't know if they need to expand their team, the maintenance team, or that's just excuses. But in general, the people that are working here, they never became they are not rude, but always they put the excuse they are busy. But the thing make it worse now, it's the water thing. I think we are over 8 days so far, and we have all people in this area, they are depending on a big faucet, one of the outside, and they keep saying they are working on it. And there is no plumbing companies available to take the ticket. I don't know how true is that, but I have some friends. They are homeowners and they fix their busted pipes within a couple days. And I know this is a big community, so always there is a priority because that's affect more than one family. So we hope they will listen, or they will at least take an action or true action to get the water, because the things is getting harder now.
The gentleman over here who works for the City of Houston Public Utilities is explaining that the water problem here, the reason that the tenants don't have water is because the private property has not, he's explaining that it's the property's problem to fix it, it's not the city's. Okay. Yeah. So he was explaining that apparently the city doesn't have the means to hold the property accountable for the delay in water repair and getting the utilities back up, which doesn't make sense, because if a private company can't be held accountable for what it's doing with its property and its tenants, then what are the tenants supposed to do? Are they just supposed to just stay,
Well, and what's the city even here for? If they're not holding private corporations, private property accountable.
Exactly. I can understand them saying, "Oh, you know, the pipes on this property are not directly controlled by the city of Houston, so it's the property's responsibility to fix these pipes." I can understand that. But the idea that this company has no external mechanism of accountability to make sure that they actually send out plumbers to fix the pipes, like, that's unacceptable. We just had a bunch of tenants come up and give testimony about how they still don't have water. They've had months and months of you know, basic utility and infrastructure problems on the property that have not been addressed or have been addressed like very late or very shoddy. So what can they do? That's why this demand letter and these signatures have been posted on the door over there. They're demanding that either the apartment office gets to work fixing all these problems, or they're going to withhold the month of March rent.
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.